Uh, Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is George, and today I want to talk about um I want to talk about the P. Diddy Combs trial that ended um with some thoughts and other things like that. So yeah, um so I think it's very I think this is public information at this point. So um Sean P. Diddy Combs, a rapper and other stuff, was was uh, was put on trial by Cassie Ventura um uh, because for uh, there were charges, or rather there were charges levied at Sean Diddy Combs by Cassie Ventura, and when his house was searched, they found baby oil and Astroglide. Um, so on the uh, on the trial that just ended, um, there were people who obviously testified, and obviously this is a list of them. Here I go. The first person is obviously Cassie Ventura, who is his former partner, and she testified uh, by saying that she endured abuse, um, substance abuse, freak offs, blackouts, and coercion. Another person that went by the pseudonym Jane because she wanted to keep her identity a secret, uh, was uh, wa- was was another ex partner, and she said that she provided, or I don't really remember, but like this is from what I got, like said that Combs provided drugs and forced her to forced her into um NSFW encounters with escorts for, and this basically went for 3 years. Another person is Don Richard, who is his ex, who is a singer, and another ex-girlfriend. Uh, she witnessed Combs physically assault Cassie, and she said, she basically said what happened to what happened to Cassie. Another person is Kid Cudi. He testified because he testified because Combs threatened him allegedly um to allegedly to like attack him, uh or or do something to him, which one of the things was he tried bombing his Porsche because he was allegedly dating Cassie, and Combs threatened Kid Cudi by and threatened Kid Cudi with this because he was dating Cassie. And another person who testified is Eddie Garcia, who is a security guard. The LA hotel guard testified that Combs had or paid um, 100K dollar cash to security to uh, exclusively to security to basically um, to security basically showing him do do doing what he did to Cassie to basically get rid of the footage essentially and now what was the strategy of the uh, of the uh, of the of the of the defense team that was representing Combs. So they relied on text messages from Cassie showing that showing she was that she was showing him affection and willingness to participate, but in reality it was only because she was manipulated and other substances, and also argued that the interactions were consensual and Combs did not operate did not did not operate a criminal enterprise. So yeah, um, uh, and obviously, the result of all of this thing uh, that went along, and obviously the result of all of this is that he was he was found not guilty on he was found guilty on only two of the five RICO charges. The other three he was not guilty. Um, and obviously, it, his sentence is obviously gonna be reduced from what was life in prison, even from even from 10 years in prison to just maybe like a handful of years in house arrest. So yeah, this is the end result. So what is so people's reaction? They are people. The so what is people's reaction? Obviously people are. And I obviously also want to mention that staff and other and escorts have also came out to testify against Combs during their trial during the 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 Sean Diddy trial, and obviously the end result is that he was not found guilty on three out of the five RICO charges. So yeah, obviously people are upset. Um, but also there are people who are defending him now. The people who are upset because of the result is obviously Cassie. She had to endure so much, and so to kind of and for justice to not to be served is just unfortunate for is just kind of is just really unfortunate for her in even for Jane Doe even I assume for the other people who came to the stand and testified against him. There are also people who are obviously defending him for their own reasons, mainly because of mainly because of who he is, what he does, and how he makes them feel because of what the things he does. Um, the initial reaction, from what I remember, when it comes to the charges, when it comes to the charges, what I was surprised is that like people were not upset that he committed crimes and he abused his power. People were people, from what I remember, initially when the charges first came up, people were not upset, like I said, because of the charges, but people were upset because he was allegedly a bisexual, which how does that even have to? How does that even have to? What bearing does his sexuality have over the fact that he committed crimes, and even that uh, and and even that people actively caught on to the fact that he's bisexual. So uh, to which they made all of the all of the jokes regarding his alleged sexuality. Now, is he bisexual? Who knows? It's his personal life. Um, but but to me, it's weird how people and even for other people, it's weird how initially when the charges were when when the charges were first levied, after the I am surprised that when the charges levied at him surfaced, this was the reaction that this was the reaction people did not caught on to to the crimes, but to his alleged sexuality. Um, Now the fact that he was not found guilty is upsetting because um uh, also another thing that has to be mentioned that plays a factor is the fact that Cassie and the other woman Jane Doe are are women of color, so there is misogyny at play, which is that is defending him from uh, completely being fully charged for his crimes and being sent to jail. Um, Now, um, is there any guarantee um what's gonna happen during the house arrest? Who knows? Um, uh, but it's unfortunate that justice was not served in even other similar cases. Um, and even when it comes to other similar cases where even if the person or rather or rather with other similar cases with rappers who did something similar, even if even if they were even if from what I remember, even if they were were sent like fully in jail, um, they would still be bailed out because apparently like the charges were not really valid or something like that. Now, I don't necessarily believe that there will be another retrial. I don't really believe that something will come up in the following months or even days when it comes to or when regarding new charges levied at him, which obviously is um not gonna happen at this point. um even if even if new charges appeared out of nowhere, even if new people came out to again testify or to or or to do exactly what Cassie did, it would not make a difference because it would just like the trial is over. There's nothing else it could be done, unfortunately. So yeah, um, so yeah, unfortunately, un, unfortunately justice was not served. Now, I remember someone said that the Southern District, uh, the Southern District in New York was had a has a track record of like successfully putting successfully putting um, people in jail for for charges that can be that can be that can be bailed out from, but and knowing that like the Southern District, from what I've heard, has this track record of like and success rate of doing these things to then uh, to then be to then in this position to to then for us now to see this time around it didn't happen. And like what it's like it just begs the question about what is it about the previous trials um and the previous criminals, and even the previous even the other even the even the defendants in the in the in the trials in the past that were that were actually successful, that actually yield that type of success. And what is what is like what is the thing that like it's what was different then that did not happen now this time around, which it's unfortunate, and I don't think we will ever know. um but unfortunately, um this is going to put a stain on the Southern District, or it's going to put a stain on the Southern District's track record, considering from what I've heard uh, of their success rate in the past. Um, if if there are new charges levied at P Diddy, I guess we'll have to see, but I don't think so. I hope so. There are. Um, um, but even then, there wouldn't be any difference. So yeah. This is it. Uh, this is the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. Please tell me what do you think in the comment section. So yeah, um, thanks so much for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. Goodbye.